Let's talk about some common myths that prevail in reselling community for years and years and years and really have nothing or little in common with reality and how the stuff works. I'm going to give you things that a lot of people do and concentrate on, thinking that these will give them better visibility in search, while in fact they just don't work. Some of them may help you in different way, but certainly these don't work for the search results position of your items. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Polish Pete, eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. I'm also an unpaid carer for an elderly and disabled person who lives abroad. eBay for me is a secondary occupation, more like part-time thing. Whenever I've got some time for it, I'll do it. Today I would like to talk about some common myths and half-truths that prevail in the reselling community for years, things that are being parroted for years and years and years, and I've never seen anybody giving any evidence to back it up. In fact, I haven't seen anybody even questioning them. And yeah, let's start without further ado. Guys, this is a typical search in my niche. As you can see, there is like 2,400 results. Here is another one with even more, 4,000 results. And guys, out of those 4,000 items, really only first maybe 200 have a chance to sell. Nobody will look further than first 200 items. So 3,800 items are there in the mud and they will never get out of that mud. There will never be enough buyers who buy enough items to pull those items from the bottom up to the top. You know, like if we remove those items from the top because they have sold, so those items from the bottom will go up and up and up. That will never happen. That will never happen. There will be never enough buyers buying items to move your item from the position to 3,000 to 1,000. Okay? Because it's impossible, because sellers keep listing new items every single day. And if your item is on the position of 3,000, it's there for a reason. And the reason is that eBay doesn't think your item will sell. And if you won't act on it, most of those newly listed items will end up above you anyway, and you will rot on that page number 268 for like forever. So guys, we need to squash that list and forget approach. Yeah, forget about everything sells on eBay eventually. If that was true, why do we have 2.6 billion listings on eBay Live? Newsflash, because people list more items that eBay is able to sell. Because some idiots have told them that the more lines in the water, the more fish you're going to catch. Problem is that the vast majority of that 2.6 billion listings, those 2.6 billion lines in the water, will never catch any fish. Because there is not enough fish in the flipping lake. Fishing is not about having more lines. Fishing is about knowing where the fish is in the lake and having bait that it's willing to take. That's it. That's all about fishing and all about eBay. It's not about the number of the lines. If you are struggling for sales It's not because eBay is broken. It's not because eBay is malicious. eBay hides your listings. It's because you wrote on that page 268 of search results and you can't pull yourself up. Guys, there is not enough buyers to show them all the items. And this is why all those people on YouTube say that eBay is pay to play. They say eBay is greedy, eBay wants to milk them dry, it maliciously hides their listings, so they have to pay for promoted listings to sell anything. And that's bollocks. They have to pay for promoted listings because they are unable to put their listings in the top of search results organically. Full stop. eBay doesn't have to be malicious. eBay doesn't have to hide your listings on purpose. We've shot ourselves in our foot by believing that everything sells on eBay eventually. And literally, we were listing and we are still listing everything we can list. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of those people. I've been there, I've done that, I've bought stock and I've bought plenty of it while knowing exactly that that stock will never sell quickly, but even some of it may not sell at all. Thinking the more lines in the water I've got, the more I will sell. Something will sell quickly, something will sell eventually. Bollocks, it did not sell. I still have those items that I've bought 2 years ago when I've bought like 6 bales of clothing that was all small sizes. Bollocks, stupid of me. Guys, the only way to get sales today on eBay is by putting your stuff in the top of search results so buyers can see it, or joining promoted listings rat race. Yeah? Hey eBay, sell my item. I will give you 50% of the price by paying for my shop subscription, final value fees, operator, whatever, regulatory fee, whatever it is, flat fee, and promoted listings on top at 20%. Here, sell my stuff, I'm desperate for sales. I will pay for postage, I will offer free returns, and I will send my item an hour after it has sold. Just pick me, just pick me. Guys, we need to stop that tunnel vision. We need to stop fixating ourselves on certain things that simply don't help us to put our items in front of the buyers, in the top of search results, so buyers can see it. Because if buyers can't see it, the buyers will not buy it, because they can't see it first. If you want to do all those things, yeah, fine. But first make sure that your listings are up in search results. Because whatever you do with your items, whatever you do with your listings, they are not going to sell if they won't show up in the top of search results. So, number one, out of things that don't work for search results is daily effing listing. This is a big one, and this is a straight lie. Listing daily, being active, will not help you in search results. Yes, you are going to get a short-lasting initial boost for those newly listed items, but that's about it. Only your new items will keep themselves in the top of search results for the first 48 hours after going live. What about the rest of your stuff that you have listed last week, last month, whatever, last year? What about full warehouse of stuff that you already have? Those, I don't know, 10, 20, 30,000 listings that you've got listed on eBay. What about that stuff? What you going to do with that? How are you going to sell that? How are you going to put that stuff in the top of search results? Guys, in theory, the best shop size on eBay is 0 items. 0 items. Because it means that you are selling them faster, that you are able to list them. Forget about all those people on YouTube showing you big warehouses. Because those big warehouses are full of shit. Because that's what it is. Shit that is not selling. And some of it will never sell. Number 2, you need strong title and full of keywords. Bollocks. You don't need strong title whatsoever. Just go and make any search on eBay and then tick completed and sold and look at those items, and you will quickly find items with shitty title. So do you really need strong title full of keywords if items without it sell? The same applies to search results. Go make a search and look at search results. Plenty of poor titles in the top of search results. How come if you need a strong title? How come they are in the top of search results? Because eBay search is not about keyword matching anymore. Keywords in your title still count, but they are not heavyweights anymore. These are just supplements of the balanced diet. Vitamin pills, not 2-inch thick stack. You will not survive just on making your title strong. Number 3, the more photos, the better. Yeah? When you've got 12 crisp and clear photos, you will rank higher in search results. Bollocks. You can have your photos upside down, and you can have 6 words in the title and you will still make a sale. It literally took me 15 seconds to find this listing, and there is plenty of them. If they have sold, they must have been high in search. Somebody had to find them to buy them. With photos being upside down, with shitty title, number and quality of your photos will give you 0 boost in search results. Yes, they may convince the buyer to buy from you, but that will only happen when your listing will be shown to that buyer. And photos will not help you with that. Number 4, free postage gives you boost in search results. Again, bollocks. It may help you with conversion, convincing the buyer to buy from you, but there is 0, I repeat, 0 evidence that it gives any boost in search results. These are first 8 positions for the search term next jeans size 14. Literally, every single item in the top 8 position has a separate delivery charge. And it's a clothing category where you would be excused for thinking that everybody does free postage on clothing. So if free postage gives you any advantage in the search results, why there is nothing in search in first 8 positions that offers free postage? Bollocks. Number 5, top rated seller. If it gives you a boost in search, and I don't think it does, but if it gives you a boost in search, that boost is literally negligible. It gives you the badge will build the trust for the buyer, yeah, but not more than that. In fact, nowadays it doesn't even give you that, because when you look at search results, you can't see who is selling it anymore. It's just plain, no shop name, no badges, no nothing. The buyer can't see who the seller is. You can only see it when you actually click in that listings. But before you click in that listing, you have to find it. Before you find it, it has to be in the top of search results. Yeah? The only thing about this which will actually affect your visibility is going below standard. That's going to hurt you, and that's going to hurt you big time. I've made a video about that. If you wish to watch it, go and have a look. But in general, there is no massive difference in visibility, if there is any, between above standard and top rated. I didn't notice any significant move on sales and on traffic when my second shop gained top rated seller and then lost it, and then gained again and then lost it. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. So if there is a difference, it's so tiny that I can't see it. Number 6, markdown sales and coupons. Again, these will improve your conversion, but not the position in search. These may help you to close the sale, but there is zero evidence that marked down items or items with discount coupon rank higher in search results. You can make sale thanks to them, but first eBay has to show your item to the buyer. And it doesn't matter how big the discount is, how big the markdown is. If item is not shown to the buyer, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. So first of all, you have to take care of your item being in the top of search results. Number 7, multi-quantity listings. This one is kind of half true, because as such, they will not give you better position in search. What will give it to you is sales on those listings. So if you can get some sales out of it, that listing will go up and up and up in search results with every sale you make. And that's it. But that's a result of sales, not the result of the listing being multi-item listing. Yeah? So if you want to sell via multi-item listings, is a good idea, but that will not give you a boost in search. It will only give you a boost in search when you start selling those items. Number 8 and the last one. End and sell similar. Again, it's a half true. While this still works to some extent, the power of this action has been reduced by about 80% comparing to early 2023. I still do it. I still recommend you to do it, but it's nowhere near as effective as it used to be. Back in the days, a search boost would last anywhere between 7 and 30 days, usually around 14. Now it's 48 hours. Yeah, remember that eBay does pre-searches now. If your listing is too weak to get into the pre-search on a certain search phrase, then even if you end and sell similar it, yeah, it will go into that pre-search, but it will be too weak to stay there, so it will drop out quickly. Yeah, the best thing that can happen is that you will get into that pre-search and you will be shown and item will get sold, but it has to be done super quickly. But the only way to get better presence in that pre-search is to improve the listing. So you end and sell similar, but you kind of improve it as well by making it similar to items that are already selling. This or nuclear reset. If you are able to do it, when you end and sell similar all your items every 24 to 48 hours, that will give you a massive kick. in the search, massive kick. But as soon as you stop, the withdrawal effect is absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. It all goes down the drain. Impressions, views, sales, everything goes down the drain. And it takes 90 days to get out of that withdrawal effect. Again, I've been there, I've done that. Yeah? Guys, the only way to go up in search results is to sell your items, because those sales will pull your other items up in search results. eBay expects you to sell. eBay wants you to sell. eBay wants you to list items that are selling. That's the activity that eBay wants. Not daily listing, not being active, not printing your labels. That's all irrelevant. The only relevant thing is, are you selling or are you not selling? Forget about expanding your inventory because the more lines in the water malarkey. Guys, by the definition, when your shop is growing in size, when you are expanding your inventory, it means that you are listing items that are not selling. Forget about everything sells on eBay eventually. It's a lie. It's not true. If that was true, we wouldn't have 2.6 billion listings on eBay. How can everything sells on eBay be true while there is so many listings that are not selling? They are there, 2.6 billion of them, and they haven't sold. They are still there. Somebody listed them, not yesterday, not day before yesterday. Your first and most important job is to find items that are selling on a regular basis. And the only way up is by selling. So you have to have items that are selling. Second most important job is to improve your listings that you already have so they have a better chance of selling. And this can only be achieved by making them similar to each other. That's it. And if you really want to list those one-of-a-kind items, those long-tail items, be sure that you are actually have enough items in your shop that are selling quickly, just to counteract that drag that long-tail items are causing. And be sure that those long-tail items are actually selling as well. Because if you have items, long tail items, and you list 100 of them, and you get one sale a year out of them, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Okay, you want to sell long tail items, but they are not selling, and they are dragging your entire shop down into the mud. You will struggle if you are already not already struggling with those long tail items after that change in the search engine in 2023. eBay is not broken. eBay has just reached the tipping point where there is just too many listings to show them all to that limited number of buyers. It's just mathematically impossible to do it. It's if only between 2 and 4 million items are selling, and there is 2.6 billion items on eBay. Those are selling every day. Yeah, between 2 and 4 million are selling every day, and there is 2.6 billion of them. It's impossible to show them all to those buyers. It's just not enough buyers. Or the other way, there's too many listings. We need quick moving inventory nowadays. We need items that are selling left, right, and center. And then we need to outsmart all the other sellers and plant our items in the top of search results, and then they will sell. They will sell. And the more you sell, the more of your items is going up. So it's easy to sell them. So you sell more. And the more you sell, the more will go up. And the more you will go up, the more you will sell. And the more you will sell, the more you will go up. And it's easier and easier and easier and easier. But you need to carry on selling. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button. If you wish to support the channel further, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. Have a great day. God bless you all. Bye bye.